Good evening. This is CTV News from May 29th. I'm Byron Scott.
And I'm Janine Samuels. Thanks for joining us. After 2 years of public silence, Special Counsel Robert Mueller finally speaks. Mueller defended his team, the investigation, and the findings, and cleared up two main points. The first being that there were multiple systematic efforts made by Russia to interfere in the 2016 presidential election. However, there was insufficient evidence to charge a broader conspiracy. The second, charging President Trump with a crime was not even an option they could consider because of Department of Justice policy. In addition, Mueller underscored that the report did not clear the president of obstruction of justice.
We had confidence that the president clearly did not commit a crime, we would have said so. We did not, however, make a determination as to whether the president did commit a crime. The introduction to the Volume 2 of our report explains that decision. It explains that under long-standing department policy, a president cannot be charged with a federal crime while he is in office. That is unconstitutional.
Now, regarding a possible congressional appearance, Mueller says the report is his testimony and speaks for itself. Meantime, President Trump says Mueller's statement did not change anything. He tweets, quote, "There was insufficient evidence and therefore in our country a person is innocent. The case is closed." It is now up to Congress to investigate further to determine if steps will be taken toward impeachment.
The Prince George's Police Department is mourning the loss of one of its own. That all happened at around 11:30 last night. 24-year-old Devon McKenzie was off-duty riding his motorcycle on I-495 near Route 202 when he was involved in a multi-vehicle collision. Investigators say a car entering the highway lost control after hitting a street sweeper. The car then hit a motorcycle. McKenzie was thrown over the Jersey barrier and was hit by two other vehicles. He was pronounced dead a short time later at a local hospital. Here's what Police Chief Hank STAWINSKI had to say about the officer.
Devon McKenzie was an exceptional young man. Despite the fact that he only served for 2 years, he made a lasting impact. Rhonda Simley, the principal at William Wirt Middle School, described him as a ray of sunshine. It's uncharacteristic for an officer with just a few years' experience to be working as a school resource officer.
Now, all vehicles involved in that crash remained at the scene. Anyone who may have seen that incident is asked to call police. Well, firefighters rescue a man trapped in an overturned car in Largo this morning. Take a look at this. The vehicle flipping over on McCormick Drive not far from CTV studios, trapping a man inside. This all happened at around 10:15. It took rescuers about a half hour to extricate the victim, who was then taken to an area hospital.
Fortunately, that person, an adult male, did not sustain life-threatening injuries. However, will be transported to a trauma center, rule out anything serious. The only challenge here was that the patient was so heavily entrapped within that vehicle, it took us a little bit extra time to get the patient out. But we knew he was doing okay. We knew we didn't need to rush things.
And no word yet on what caused that accident.
2 people are dead after a fiery crash in Brandywine last night. The collision between an SUV and a small work van took place around 8 p.m. near Lee Acres Drive. The SUV burst into flames, badly burning the driver inside. 39-year-old Santos Carbajal of Brandywine was one of the drivers killed in the crash. Investigators are working to identify the second driver. There were no other occupants in either vehicle. The cause of the crash remains under investigation.